What was it about that really set him apart and made him the right selection for this franchise at 5?
I just, we've always talked about going through the process and, as Brian, myself, the coaching staff and scouts, watching him for a couple years and finally getting to, meet him at the combine and get to know him and find out, what type of person he really is, which we all heard great things, but you really get to sit down and talk to people and know them. You don't really truly know them. And I think for us, it was just going through our process. And, there are a lot of talented players, and we really liked Tua, and we felt very comfortable at the end of the day that he would be a fit here in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very similar to Chris. He fit a lot of the criteria we talk about at the quarterback position. Good player, good person, leadership qualities. We're very happy with the pick.
Steve Wine.
Chris, with his injury history, how much of a gamble do you think this pick is for the Dolphins?
Steve, like we talked about before, football is a violent game. The guys are going to get hurt. And so for us, we did a lot of work on them, as we do with every player, training staff and doctors, led by Kyle Johnson, a fantastic job. And so we're very comfortable with it.
Adam Beasley.
How did you guys decide on Tua? You obviously had some options at quarterback at 5. Why did he win out over the other options you had?
I mean, I would say, just going through our process, obviously we have a criteria at every position. So the same with Tua, the same with Austin Jackson, the same with Noah. We're happy with all 3 selections, comfortable with all 3 guys, but specific to the quarterback, there were a lot of good players at that position. We talked about every one of them, and we did our homework on every one of them. I think we've been Zoom meeting, for multiple days, multiple weeks. At the end of the day, we felt like that was the best choice for the Miami Dolphins.
Cameron Wolf.
Hey guys, I wanted to ask, I know that, how did you guys navigate maybe the reports and the smokescreen season, so to speak? It seemed like every single day there was something new coming out. How did you guys handle that and your decision to kind of stick at number 5 and believe Tua would be there?
Yeah, for us, we're just, we always talked about going through our process and doing it. And, Brian and I had a few laughs and a lot of stuff that came out. And end of the day, you block it out. You just, we go through our process and we keep talking about it, but it is, and that's what it is. It starts in their play on the field, and then the postseason, all-star games, combine, and interviews and work and all that stuff. So for us, it's just noise on the outside and kind of work through it. And we just kind of go through our process. Yeah,
I mean, like Chris said, we didn't know what a lot of this stuff was coming from, to be honest. So, I mean, you guys probably know better than we do as far as, where this information was coming from. But it was very interesting, to say the least. It's something we talked about really on a daily basis. Did you see that? Did you hear this? That's interesting. So, that's really more my question to you guys, is where did all this come from?
Mike Cunio.
Guys, I kind of want to ask you about that last pick there at 30 with Noah. What made you guys want to go with a corner there? Obviously, you guys got 2 pretty good ones on your team already.
Best player on the board for us. We felt really good about Noah. We got to know him. This is a passing league, as everyone says. You never have enough corners. And look historically at the best defenses. And, and Brian came from a really good defensive team. We hired him, and they had a lot of corners. And at the end of the day, the way this league is offensively, it's a premium position, and the more you have, the better. And it just breeds competition. He's a competitive kid that was really like the process.
I just say that's something Chris and I, we've always been on the same page as far as never having enough corners in this league. With the receivers, I mean, the receivers going off the board today. I mean, there was a lot of good ones. So you got to defend those guys, and we feel good about all the corners we have on our roster, and it felt like we had an opportunity to add another good one, and that played a role in the decision.
Chris Perkins.
Yeah, to both of you guys, how close were you to trading up to number 3? How close were you to trading up from number 18?
With us, we make calls to every team in the league about opportunities. We do our due diligence. Brian really believes in that as well. So, from us and our staff, we're calling everyone and just doing homework. Opportunities. So we talked to everybody. There was nothing definitive with anyone, but we call every team just like we do every year about the opportunities moving up and down. But no, there's nothing definitive.
Yeah, I mean, we, like Chris said, we listen up, all offers, and we feel good about something. We talk it through, hear the pros, hear the cons, and making a move like this, up or down. And we really just hash it out, Chris, myself, and the rest of the scouting staff. Who I'd say, I would say over the course of this entire, the fall, the spring, those guys did an excellent job, just getting us the right information, and just going through countless meetings, agreements, disagreements, and just trying to get everybody on the same page. So I would say our scouting department did a really nice job there, and I think that played a large role in us feeling comfortable, making the selections, going up, going down. We had a, I would say, from my standpoint, we had a good game plan.
Adam Beasley.
With Tua, will he have any health restrictions going forward? Whenever it is you guys can get back on the field, do you expect him to participate fully? And if so, do you see him competing for a starting job in 2020?
Well, I'll say my kids are expecting him. They're big fans. They were excited to get on a phone call with him. But look, Adam, we haven't even seen him. Obviously with the pandemic and all that's going on, we've never, our doctors haven't seen him. So we're a long way to go before we can say, who's doing what and what year. So, we'd like to just get him and have a meeting first. So I think it's way too early to speculate on, this year and how this is going to go. You guys know we like to take the one day at a time approach anyway. So, that's going to be the approach we're going to have him take as well.
Jarrett Bell.
Yeah, how you guys doing? Just to follow up on what you're just talking about, Brian and Chris too. Can you shed some light on how challenging this decision was, especially with Tua, a quarterback, given the pandemic and you didn't have the time to have as much face-to-face time as you normally would have? And the second part of my question, as it related to Tua, is the independent specialists that you use to get further clearance on his hip. Can you shed some light on what that was like?
For us, it was, again, it's our normal process. And then I know people won't believe that, but it is. It's, we spend a lot of time finding out about the player background. Like Brian said, the scouts do a fantastic job of the background information and putting us in touch with the people to talk to. Brian and coaches and scouts know coaches on that staff who have been there and have left. And so we do a lot of work just like we do on every player. And so for us, I know the FaceTime, having them in person, not seeing them, but as Brian said, the coaches did a great job of spending time with him, on Zoom meetings in the spring here, getting to know him, met with him at the combine. So we felt very comfortable. And then again, our doctors and trainers did a lot of work on him, just like anyone. And so for us, it wasn't that difficult of a decision for us to make that when he was there.
David?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about Austin Jackson. I know, Tua being left-handed might be important to get a right tackle. Austin's played left tackle most of his career. Do you guys see him as a option at right tackle? Do you see Jesse Davis as the option at right tackle? I know it's still pretty early in the draft here, but how do you guys kind of address the other tackle and interior lineman positions in the next 2 days?
Well, I think, really what we're trying to do is get a good player. So left tackle, right tackle. But I think at the end of the day, we want to bring in good players onto this team who will work and compete. To talk about starting positions. I mean, these guys have never, been in an NFL locker room. I think that's asking them a lot. I think we just, take it day to day. And that's the message I'm always going to send to all of our players, especially young players. I mean, there's a lot to learn. As far as getting to know your teammates, getting to know our coaches, getting to know our terminology, how we do things. So there's a lot to learn. So, before we start talking about who's starting, who's playing left or right, I think, for each rookie and really every player, let's just take this one day at a time, try to improve, try to get better. And hopefully, if we string good days together, then, we'll see some of the fruits of that labor.
All right, guys, we're going to do the final question with Cam Wolf right now.
Hey guys, I know that there was a report that you guys tried to trade up for Joe Burrow. I wanted to see if you guys could speak the accuracy of that and whether it was a tough decision at 5 to choose Tua over Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we made our calls to everyone. So yes, we reached out just again to see if they were interested, and so yes, but we talked to everyone, every team in the league, and I'll tell you that no different. Every team makes those calls, and so yes, we reached out, and again, the decision to take Tua, Justin's a really good player. We enjoyed getting to know him as well, and but at the end of the day, when we were making our decision, we like both players a lot, and we just we felt Tua was the guy for us.
Nothing to add for me there. I think Chris and I were we're really on the same page the entire time here as far as the process, the meetings, the medical, the conversations about moving up, moving down. I mean, we were really I would say in lockstep the whole way. So. And we still got a long way to go. I mean, we're going to, after we get off this Zoom, we're going to talk again and get going on for tomorrow and Saturday. So there's a lot more work to be done. This is obviously the first of 3 total days, and there's a lot more work to be done here. We got a slew of picks remaining. Tomorrow's a big day. Saturday's going to be a big day, and we're just going to try to make the best decisions for this organization.